Hey,
TinyHomeLady, and
where
we're
we
here
at?
at the Whistlestop
At the Whistlestop. What city?
RV and tiny home park, and there are 6 tiny home models right here. And for many people that are always dealing with the question of where do I put it, will it work
Right.
at a place like this?
Yep.
We get to check off all 3 of the boxes. The land, check right here. The finance, United Tiny Homes can give you financing as low as 5% down, 25-year terms, and the setting done by this
Utilities, it's
guy.
already done.
All the utilities are here, and the building is done
Tell
by
'em where it
United
is.
Tiny
Tell 'em
Homes
where it is.
here
Tell 'em
in
where it is.
Prescott Valley, Arizona.
Yes.
So let me show you guys where this. Look at all these homes. Woo, woo, woo. So what do you do, Dave? When
On
someone
these?
lives in an RV park, what do you do to your brain?
Oh, I just turned my brain off. It's
Because
like
you don't have to think about.
we don't have to dig trenches. We don't have to do utilities. We don't have to research the LEA. We don't have to do all that stuff. It's like, look at that. It's already there.
It's done. It's
Utilities,
flat.
power, water, sewer.
Yeah.
Everything's there, and then we bring it in here, set it on piers.
Let's just show them a set.
foundation.
Just walk
Yeah,
me through a
yeah.
quick set.
Yep.
All right, do you guys want to see this? He's going to show us the quick set. We have the premier setter of tiny homes in the nation right here, so why not learn from him? All right, Dave, take us through it. So the home gets packed in.
Yep, we back it into the space, right? Here it is. And then we want it leveled and we want it sturdy. So we put it on a pier foundation, okay? So if you show them the piers, right? These are standard manufactured home piers. They work beautifully for these tiny homes, right? So it sits on a plastic pad, okay? All these things are rated for the soil bearing capacity and the weight of the home, okay?
Soil bearing capacity. Do you hear that?
So
SBC.
So we engineer it and we say, okay, on this home, on this soil, how many piers does it need? What are the pier ratings? What are the pad ratings? And what do we have to do to make the pier foundation part of the tiny home chassis? Okay, so that's the trick, right? We want to utilize the tiny home chassis that all the builders are using and then transfer it to a foundation so the home is sturdy. Okay, in a park, we don't do a permanent foundation, but if you look at it, it's still a foundation. Makes it so sturdy, right? We take all the rocking out of it because we put it on this pier foundation. We sometimes will remove the axles, but we don't have to. But you can see here we've taken all the air out of the tires, right? Because we don't want any suspension on this home. So we put it on the piers. It's very stable.
Let me show them that. So here's the tire, right? Oftentimes you think, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, no.
But in this scenario, that is actually planned so that the weight of the home can be on these, what we call a permanent foundation system. Even though our minds here permanent, just foundation system. Okay.
Foundation, right.
See, I've been using this word permanent. A lot of people think slab,
Right.
cinder block.
Yeah. So permanent would be, okay, we can do the same type of system and make it permanent. That's for real property though. That's for private property. And then we put it on private property and we turn it into real property, also known as real estate. And then we record it with the county, and then guess what? You can borrow against it. Okay, and you can get loans on
even with
it.
an ANSI, a thing that's built to RV standard.
Yes, we looked into that. And yes.
What if you have an assessor that doesn't know anything about the thing and they ask about the
Then we
ANSI?
teach them.
We teach them. Okay. Because we're in a disruptive technology. Think of Airbnb to hotels, Uber and Lyft to taxi cabs. Yeah. We, the tiny home people that are talking about all these chassis and foundation systems and all that, are going to create the future and the now of housing.
Yes, exactly.
Because we're not going to build ourselves out of housing, this housing crisis with 2,500 square feet homes for everybody.
Right,
no.
Right. So,
if we could have, we'd already have done it.
So when we say go tiny, what we mean is we got to go to the LEA,
local enforcement agency,
and make them go tiny, right?
Yes.
It's a lot of communication and talking and educating. And we have a great team, right? We got Dan Fitzpatrick, we got Thea, we got all these folks, right, that are just pushing for this, educating them, and say, look, there's not much difference between this tiny home and a stick-built home on site.
Yes.
But there's so many more advantages, right? You can roll these things in, and then like I said, you can remove the axles, put it on a foundation on on private property. You can make it real property by putting it on a foundation that actually resists seismic loads, wind loads, and it will support the whole home so you can achieve high snow loads. So it's just unlimited what we can do.
Do you see? He's the fountain of knowledge. No wonder I'm connected to him, because when we talk about the 3 pillars of going tiny in the Go Tiny Academy, land, finance, and build. In this park, it's very easy to check off all 3 boxes. But in places where you actually own land, where they haven't, their LEA has not gone ahead and changed or made any ordinance changes, then it gets a little difficult with this being built to the wheels. They think of it as an RV. So it's all about educating and working with someone like this to actually do the talking for you, because most people cannot DIY their way into success in this department.
Yeah, it's really tough. And if you're going to DIY, I'll pray for you.
You'll pray. We will have a prayer.
Yeah. Call me. I'm happy to help you.
Right. ContractorDave.com and I'm Lindsay, TheTinyHomeLady.com. We are working together doing packages. So what he guides people towards me and I guide people towards him, because we want you to be successful.
Right.
Right? But for today, we had a bunch of people from the council learning, the town of Prescott Valley, learning all about this. We had the mayor doing the ribbon cutting. We had the vice mayor here, Lori, and it was just amazing to hear their feedback about really affordable housing, because this area is also challenged by lack of affordable housing. We need a lot more options, and here we are. You could actually get something in this park and then take it to land. And I'm not going to tell you all the different things about the building standards. That's why you need people like Dave and myself and United Tiny Homes to bring it all together. And this is our home right here. Our cute little Sierra. She's been a little weathered. We're going to get a redo on her siding. Very excited about that. We're going to get hardy board. And the other tiny homes. And I will be doing more tours, because I am the person that if you're interested in coming and seeing these homes, these models, and getting into them, then reach out to me. I'll put the link here to schedule those calls. You can do it through Calendly. We're really doing tours from Tuesday through Saturday, and on Sunday and Mondays by appointment, because we got to have some days off too. All right, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful day. Let's go tiny.